Money B in the building, Chris Clarke in the building. We were actually featured in the All Eyes on Me Tupac biopic. You know, he played Shock G, I played Money B. It was a stretch, but I got it done. You know what I mean?
And went to acting class.
Man, you know, I
gotta go to acting class for that?
I had to train hard to play Money B. It ain't easy being that guy. Yeah, I did a lot of soul searching. So, but I made it happen. I pulled it off. And, you know, how was the experience for you, Chris?
Man, messing with you was wonderful. It was an honor to be in the movie, represent for Pac and his legacy, rocking out with you. Everybody, shout out to LT Hutton, Benny Boom, you know what I mean? Morgan Creek. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we did it. What you want to know?
So, it being the 21st anniversary of the death of Tupac Shakur, what was the hardest part, him being your actual friend, that was the hardest to cope with?
The hardest part was knowing what we lost. Meaning that I felt like he'd only scratched the surface of who he was going to become. You know, he was much more than just a rap artist and a celebrity. I felt like his calling was going to call him to do greater things. You know, as much as we love him as an artist, and he gave us so many jewels and all of this great music that we'll cherish forever, I felt like he even had a bigger calling. You know, he really, I believe that he would have moved into dealing with the community and social issues on a major level, and probably get into politics a little more. He definitely would have changed the world even more than he did in the short time that he was here.
So, how did you feel about the All Eyes on Me movie and the criticism that came with it?
I thought the movie was great, and you know, I'm not sure where the criticism comes from. You know, because, you know, for one, I hear a lot of people saying, well, this didn't happen this way, this didn't happen this way. And I always say, if you want to see a movie that everything happens exactly the way it happened, it's called a documentary. Other than that, you have to make a movie. And the reason that people scrutinize Pac, I get it, because they loved him so much, and Pac was an open book. So you knew everything about him, so you weren't going to learn anything new. You know, you just had to experience. Take, for instance, say NWA. At the time, NWA was a little more guarded. So when you watch the movie, you learn all these things. But I watched the movie with a really good friend of mine who was down with the NWA camp, and he said the same. You know, he called bullshit on a lot of the stuff. So it's just, you know, it's just crazy that the backlash and the vitriol that came with it. It was more than just normal. I didn't like it, because I want to say 40% of the people that talk down on the movie never even saw it.
Facts.
They just heard somebody say it was an iPhone in it, but we've never seen a screenshot of this iPhone in the movie.
Oh yeah, they said that the iPhone that came out in September was in a movie that was completed in May. Google it.
Right.
They said the iPhone whatever, and it wasn't even out yet, suckers.
Yeah. So I mean, you know, I don't really listen to the people that try to downplay it or down it, because I challenge anyone to challenge me on the facts that I know, because I was there. So you can't tell me the things that I know didn't happen. And when I watched that movie, it was like going back in time, man. It was like from the casting to the locations, they really did a great job of putting that thing together. And I know that from wardrobe to every DP to director to from here to here, everybody put their all and tried their best to make it as authentic as possible. So I commend everybody that worked on that movie.
So with the documentary, Who Killed Tupac, were you one of the brainchilds of this operation, or did they come sort you out?
No, I was just a cog in the machine. You know what I mean? Like, you can't tell Pac's story unless you talk to people that were in his life in all stages of his life. I just happened to be in one of those stages. So they spoke to me, and I told the truth.
So Who do you think killed Tupac?
I mean, I think that pretty much everybody has an idea or knows. If it wasn't the one person, we know where it came from and what it was. So the bigger question is, why hasn't it been solved? Why did everybody in the hood, in every state, in every city and around the world have an idea what happened, but Las Vegas police never solved it? Or Las Vegas and LA police couldn't get together to solve it. So, you know, I feel like the thing that I would rather talk about is how they didn't want to solve it.
Right. All right. Well, let's move to a lighter note. What's your fondest memory of Pac?
Just clowning, and, you know, there was never a serious moment if we were in a room together for more than 30 minutes, you know, and it's documented. Whenever we be out, anytime that we could make a mama joke publicly, you know, like if you go back and you see me on MTV, Yo MTV Raps,
right?
I throw one in there. You know, it's another. Pac did a big interview. I want to say The Source Survive, and he throw a shot at me. You know what I mean? And we just try to see how we can one up each other about talking about each other's mom. You know, I remember I was in New York one time, and at the time I knew his mom lived in New York. I think it was WBLS or something. And I got on, I was like, yo, I'm sending a shout out to my favorite girl, Tupac's mama. You know, on New York radio. Right. Killed him. You feel me? So we were just, you know, 21, 22, 19, whatever the age we were at the time. But we did what young men do. We were just clowning, having fun, right. Drinking and chasing chicks around.
Right.
That's, you know. That's what kids do.
All right. Well, why don't you talk?
And he was smoking.
Why don't you talk about a little bit of what you got going on and
whole lot. The main thing in my world right now is Money Being Young Hump, and that, you know, Money Being Young Hump is the latest offering from the Digital Underground family. We tour during the DU set. We got a new single, Premiere, which features Too Short and 4 Racks of the Mechanics. If you're from the Bay, you know exactly who the Mechanics are. That is the Bay Area sound. We rocking. We got a whole, just a full clip for 2018, ready to just hit you in the head. You see, we got the merchandise, Money Being Young Hump, Digital Underground merchandise, which you can get at dumerch.com. You know, we got the THC oils that's coming, underground extracts with strawberry KYB, the nose. I'm trying to think. It's a whole lot. Oh, I got my book. I wrote an autobiography, Hype Man, the Money B Story, which
when that's coming out?
You'll probably get it 2018. 2018. Chris, what you know?
Just over here trying to find the perfect pomegranate, you know what I mean? Music, movies, all that. We here partying, Zen Lounge, you know what I mean? Trying to get right with the jewels like you got over there. Show them that home, you know what I mean? What? We out here doing it.
All right, man. I appreciate y'all giving this interview to Backstage Access Magazine. Look forward to seeing y'all more tonight and more episodes to come.
Oh, yeah. And don't forget, follow me on social media at MoneyB69.
Chris Clarke 133 on Instagram. That's Clarke with an E.
Question for you. What is 133 for?
Oh man, that's some MC shit. The 13th letter of the alphabet is an M, and the third letter is a C. So that's MC.
Nice.
'Cause I am that.
You learn something new every day, man. We out of here.